Hi friends, welcome back to Joy Givers TV. I'm gonna be teaching you how to make the Nigerian Native Jollof Rice and some spice protein in less than 10 minutes. Just stay glued and enjoy the process. Okay guys, let's get down to business. So right in front of you, we have the cut turkey wings, we have the smoked fish, we have the diced onions, the cut towel, the cut pomo, or you call it kanda in northern Nigeria, the cut mackerel fish, the fresh pepper, the shumbo, the bell pepper, all blended and grounded. We have the rice, I'm using the basmati rice. I have my oil especially and my crayfish. I have my other seasonings like the curry, the thyme, the chicken seasoning, the maggi, and the salt. So yeah, let's get down. The first step is to put your washed turkey wings on the gas hob. You add your seasoning cube of choice. Then you add your salt. This African thing in you will let you know when the salt is enough. Then you add your curry, you add your thyme, you add your chicken seasoning, and you will know the quantity to put according to the size of proteins you're using. It just comes with this gut instinct. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, but put according to the size of protein you're using. Yeah, then I'm gonna add just little water. Yeah, just to let it steam a bit, just little water. And then I'm gonna add fresh pepper. I like cooking my protein with pepper, especially when I want it spicy. So I add pepper, I stir for a while, letting the ingredients mix together, and then I cover and let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna check how it's doing now, and just gonna open the lid, and as you can see, the color has changed, meaning the spices and the little water I added earlier has really penetrated the turkey. So I'm just gonna top up water, and the reason I'm topping up is because I want to use my stock to cook my rice later. So I'm just gonna cover it and let it simmer more for another additional minutes. And yeah, that's my turkey wings ready. I'm just gonna take it out now and put it aside and let it cool down for some minutes. Then I'm gonna be using the same stock to cook my fish. It's a choice if you don't want to use the same stock, but usually I like cooking my fish a bit before air frying it. So I'm gonna use the same stock. I mean, they're all proteins going into my food. Let it cook for just 5 minutes. You don't want it to get so soft. Then take it out and keep it aside also to cool. Then at this point, you could add your washed rice. Wash the rice and add it up. Make sure you stir properly and mix. Top up the water and mix properly so the rice gets cooked in the stock and it's a bit tasty. I'm just gonna add more water because this is raw rice that I just washed, and I'm gonna cover it up. And yeah, this is my protein. I'm gonna put my proteins in my air fryer. The good thing about my air fryer is it has two compartments. So watch the video on where I unbox this air fryer, and the link to get yours is on my videos. Kindly watch. I'm just gonna set the air fryer, putting it on. I like using the air fry, and you can either synchronize or match the both chambers, so it's your choice. So I like using it for 20 minutes and keeping the temperature the same. And yeah, but yeah, let's check back on the rice. It's soft at this point and the quantity has increased. I'm gonna put a fresh pot on my gas hob, let the water dry out, and add some palm oil. Let the palm oil quantity depends on the quantity of the rice you're cooking. Let the oil get hot, pretty hot. And yeah, you can just put small onions to see how hot it is, as you can see there. Then I'm gonna top up with the remaining of my onion, and I'm just gonna stir the onion, let it heat up a bit. As you can see, the oil is really hot, and at this point I'm just gonna add my pepper. The pepper you use is your choice. I'm gonna use my fresh pepper. I'm gonna use the Nigerian hot fresh pepper actually, and I'm gonna add some bell pepper. I usually have bell pepper blended and stuck in my fridge because I use it a lot for my food. And I'm just gonna stir now and let it heat a bit. The secret behind knowing when your pepper is well fried and won't taste raw in your food, as you can see on the stick, it's kind of boiling. That's how I know. My mom taught me the secret. So yeah, it's boiling on the stick. That's a sign that it's well fried, and now it's ready to proceed to the other stage. I'm gonna add my pomo. It's washed and diced already. I'm gonna add my pre-cooked towel that is cut already. I'm gonna add my smoked fish. I use the mackerel. I use my gas to do the smoking fish, by the way. I'll show you the step in another video. So you just want to mix everything together and see how it is. Let it simmer for some minutes, and I'm just gonna add my some seasoning and the salt. I'll add crayfish. Please be generous with your crayfish. It's a native jollof rice, so add crayfish as much as you can, depending on your choice. Add my seasoning cubes. I just want this sauce to be a bit spicy. Remember, you have your rice already cooking your stock, so be careful on how much ingredients you add at this point. So I'm just gonna add the rice at this point. I didn't add any water, be mindful. The reason why I didn't add water is because I'm using red oil for a native jollof rice. Sometimes if you add water to this, depending on the oil quality you use, your rice is gonna slip and taste somehow on your taste bud. Mix the rice thoroughly and let it simmer. At this point, you might want to lower your heating and just let it be there. I'm gonna add my coriander leaf. The reason why I'm using this is because I couldn't lay hands on fresh ugu or scent leaf due to my location. So if you could lay your hands on fresh ugu leaf or fresh scent leaf, this will be very, very perfect. Now after you add your leaf, you're just gonna stir continuously and let it heat. So you can see how it is already ready to eat and ready to go. I'll cover at this point, so let it heat up a bit. I'm gonna get a fresh pot and I'm gonna add my sunflower oil. I'm gonna be making my pepper spice in this pot, and when the oil is heated, you could see it changes. I'm gonna add my onion, my chopped onion. The quantity you use depends on the proteins you are spicing or making peppered. I'm gonna add my variety of pepper. I have my bell pepper, I have my shumbo, and I have my hot Nigerian pepper. The quantity you use depends on how pepperish you want your sauce to be and how spicy also. The thing is, I love my sauce to be very pepperish. I mean, that's why it's called peppered sauce, yeah? So I do often get this joke from my friends that I love pepper like the western part of Nigeria. By the way, I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria and we don't eat pepper as much, but for some reasons I just love pepper. So yeah, I'm just gonna stir this and make sure it's mixed thoroughly. And yeah, when it's ready, it's gonna look a little bit dried up, but not really too dry, but you just don't want to have this fresh pepper taste. When it's ready, it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna add my salt and seasoning cube of your choice. You don't want to spice this so much because your meat is already well spiced when cooking and it's already air fried. So I'm just gonna sauce my macrofish first and make sure the sauce penetrates in it by giving it a good stir and mixture. And I'm just gonna take it out at this point because I don't want it to sit there for so long. And I'm just gonna use the same sauce to spice my turkey wings. I will also give it a good stir to make sure it mixes very well. And at this point, since I'm using both proteins for my meal, I would add my mackerel fish already spiced on top of the turkey wings. I don't want to mix all because I'm avoiding the fish breaking. I'll cover to give it some time to heat and get hot. And yeah, I'm just gonna dish out my food. Look at that. Look at that. Can you say the rice is not together? It's separated. It's looking yummy. And oh my god, you need to taste this. It's tasting very, very, very delicious, more than what you can see. Look at that pepper turkey, the peppered mackerel fish. This is so tasty, trust me. Really tasty. I really wish each of you could have a taste of this. But if you want to have a taste of this, why not just watch the step and try making yours at home and tell me how it came out. Come eat if you can. But it's ready to eat. Thank you for watching.